Good morning, Wisdom Tree Preschool. Today we're going to be learning all about jumping. Just like when we did barrels, you have to brush your horse before you saddle them so they don't get any rubs from the saddle pads or saddle. It's very important to brush underneath where the girth goes to. Now that your horse is all brushed, he's ready to be tacked. First you put on a regular saddle pad, which is bigger. And then after that, you put on a half pad to give them more cushion on their back. Depending on the horse, you may use more saddle pads or less saddle pads. Now that Tito has the 2 saddle pads he needs, you can put the saddle on. The English girth is very different from the Western girth. There's 3 straps which connect to the 2 buckles on the girth. Also, just like when we did barrels, Tito wears the same boots to give him lots of support over the jumps. Now that he has his boots on and he's all saddled up, it's time to put the bridle on. Before taking the halter off, you want to put the reins over his neck so you still have control over your horse. Then you put the bit in his mouth, the bridle over his head and behind his ears, and then tuck in the noseband under the sides of the bridle. After you have everything adjusted, you can buckle the throat latch and buckle the noseband and you're ready to ride. Before we start trotting, it is always good to warm up for at least 2 laps to get your horse's muscles all warmed up and ready. Once we're all warmed up, we start trotting. As you can see here, we're doing a posting trot, which is when you rise up and down with the movement of your horse. After we trot, then we canter in both directions. It is important to know that when you jump, you also ride in an English saddle instead of a Western saddle, which does not have a horn and does not have a deeper seat like a Western saddle, which gives you more room to move and feel your horse's movements. When we're done trotting and cantering, it is time to start jumping. When you're jumping, you can either jump a single jump or a line which has 2 or more jumps with a certain amount of strides in between each jump. When you go over a jump, it's important that you go into 2-point position, which is what I'm doing here, where you lean forward, get out of the saddle, and give your horse room to lift themselves up over the jump. In this line, there are 3 strides from the first jump to the second jump. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, and up. Even though the height of the jump in the next video changes, there are still 3 strides in between each jump. 1, 2, 3, and up. When you're done riding and your horse is all cooled off, it's important to brush them again to get off any saddle marks and sweat marks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.